Hello guys, let's continue to learn Google Spreadsheets, and in that second lesson we talk about colors, about fonts, about our sheets, and about how to manage these sheets and how we can fix our column and rows. For example, we have salary, for example, for week 1, and we have several weeks, for example 23 weeks, and we go to end of our columns. If we have to add, for example, columns more, we can click right button on the mouse or call to our context menu. It's not so comfortable because we don't see whole information. That's why I propose you to highlight, for example, 5 columns and press to context menu and insert columns right 5 columns, because we highlighted 5 columns previously. And we can continue, and we have 28 weeks. And for example, we have so many employees, so many numbers, big this 58 employees, and we have to fill, for example, in that way. I press double click on that and it filled, and it's not real information, but let's try to fill these 2 columns in that way. I press double click on the square and it's filling in that information. But if I highlight these cells and double click, then we see that it's filled in previous way, and we have to calculate their salary for first week, for example, and I click it double and it's filled. But it's not so comfortable to work with this table when we scroll down and we can't see what is this week. It's very uncomfortable. That's why I propose you to fix first row. For that I press to first row, then I view, freeze, first row. If you need to freeze, for example, from second row, view, freeze, for example, 2 rows. And when you scroll down, you always see first 2 rows. And the same you can use with, for example, first 2 columns. You want to know about number and about name of this employee. When you scroll in the right side, view, freeze, 2 columns. And after moving to the right, we always see our first 2 columns. And if we talk about data, for example, that data, I just want to show you, we can always pull it down, for example, and it's depends of your type of data, you can change in automatic way. So next, I told that I show you how to change color of our cells. For example, we want to emphasize this. And maybe you want to change your font. And you can, and size this font. Like in many other programs, it's very similar. In this video, I explain you about information how to use your sheets. If you have to create another table in this document, then you press plus and you have another sheet 2. And you can add third sheet and use it and switch on any sheets you want. But it's not good to use this name. You can press double click on this name and edit it. Or you can rename by click on this icon and press rename info. Then you can change the color. Change color, for example, that this may be green and maybe first also green. That's why you can divide it some of your sheets to some types. For example, green it's about some specific information, and dark blue or blue describe another information. You can replace your sheets in that way to pull it in some way, for example in that way. If you have a lot of sheets and you can't see all of them in one screen, you can use this list, all sheets. Press on this icon, you can see all your sheets and switch between them. And of course you can delete your sheets and do another things. For example, copy, duplicate, copy to a new spreadsheets, protect your sheets, hide, move right without pulling, but use this option. For example, I press and I move it right if you have. So it's all for today in this lesson. Thank you for watching. Press like if you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and go to the next video on the screen.